Hey everyone, I'm here to do a chat with you guys, and I have not done one of these in so long. I am really excited. I have been just so busy and having a little bit of issues with some anxiety and stress, and so I just haven't kind of been on the ball with doing some of this. I've wanted to do a chat for quite a while. I've had some thoughts on things I want to talk about, and I just haven't been able to get up the energy, I guess, to do it. But today I had some time and I have something to talk about. So I thought, okay, I'm just getting on here. So here I am, and I want to talk with you guys about wig buying scams, because this is such a problem in the wig community. I think it's a problem everywhere, but in the wig community, that's kind of where I'm living right now. And I just really want to help my wig sisters. I know I have some people who follow my channel who don't have a lot of experience with wigs, and I don't want you to fall victim to some of these scams because they're just terrible. It's so hard to have to deal with hair loss and to worry about your hair and then to be taken advantage of by unscrupulous people. It just makes me angry. And so I want to help out my wig sisters however I can help. So let's just talk a little bit about wig scams. Before I do that though, I know you guys are going to ask, what wig do I have on? And I debated about wearing this wig because it's not a representation of the wig, but I thought, why not? I'm in love with this right now. So I decided to wear it. I actually have on Miles of Style by Raquel Welch in the color Glazed Hazelnut. I got this wig from a wig sister. She gave it to me because she was about to throw it away. And so she thought, well, I'll send it to Denise. That way she'll get a chance to see the color at least. And because I hadn't had any experience with this color. So let me talk a little bit about this first. Okay, so Miles of Style is a super long wig. Clearly, this wig is not super long. What happened was, and I don't remember the full story, but my wig sister, Laura, got this wig from another wig sister, used, and I believe she wore it a number of times. I can't remember the condition she got it in, but the reason why she was about to get rid of it was because first of all, this wig had seen better days. It had lived a life and been worn and was starting to get really frizzy and tangly, and so she decided to try the steam method to revive the fibers. And so she took steam to her and straightened her with steam, and that helped a ton, but she was still a little straggly on the ends. And another issue she was having with her was that the previous owner had cut off the adjusters, so there is no way to adjust her. And when you cut the adjusters off, even if you've got them out to the fullest looseness of them, they still provide a little tension. And when you cut adjusters off a wig, there's no more tension in the wig. It can be a great way to take a wig that is too tight for you and make it a little looser than it could be, even if you had it, let all the way out. Well, then it became really hard for her to keep her on her head, and she can't use its stays, and so she was struggling with that. I have it stays on right now, so she's adhered to me really well. She is still quite loose in the back, but she's not going anywhere because the it stays is working. I took this wig and I cut about, I want to say 5 or 6 inches off, a lot of length. And after doing that, she looks amazing. The ends are not frizzy anymore. I love this style and this length. She is so beautiful. So I have gotten new life in this wig. I'm so grateful to Laura for sending her to me. Honestly, I'm just so thankful. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you have a wig that has seen better days, steam, even on non-heat friendly synthetic. This is not one of the Raquel Welch heat friendly wigs. Will revive a wig, and it will not ruin regular synthetic. Just take steam, and as you're steaming, you can comb it. You can take a round brush, and that will tighten up those fibers again and get rid of the frizziness. And then another option is to cut cut off the frizzy ends. I don't have experience with cutting wigs. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it look good, but I thought, what do I have to lose? And she turned out awesome. Just beautiful. I probably could maybe curl her under a little, but she looks fabulous. I love her. I love these fibers. These fibers are so great. This style doesn't have a ton of permatease. I'm just super thrilled with it. So that's who I have on. I just wasted a lot of time talking about a wig that I didn't plan to review. So let's get to the wig scams. Okay, first of all, I just watched a video today by Mimi's Wig Boutique. They're so fun. I would recommend you check them out on YouTube. They have a wig shop in Texas, and they do unboxing. So like when a Noriko or John Renault or someone comes out with a new line of wigs, they'll get one of each of the new styles and they'll do an unboxing and show them. And it's two ladies and they both have completely different face shapes, and so they look completely different on them, and they usually take the same style and they'll each put it on. It's so great. But they did a video. They have videos, like they do lives every Wednesday, I think, and they just did a video on wig scams. And it really got me thinking how much of a problem this is for us. So, and I'm sorry, I keep kind of looking because I want to make sure that I stay in focus. So I'm looking at you guys and I have to look at the screen. That's why I do that. But they put out some information. They said that John Renault actually just put out some information. I don't know if he just sent it to wig shops or where they put that information out, but they said $1.7 trillion are lost every year to scams. I'm guessing it's wig scams, but it could be all like retail scams, but that's a lot of money. And I know how expensive it is to buy wigs. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Wig sisters are always asking how to get better deals. Wearing wigs is very expensive. And so that is a huge loss to all of us when we fall victim to one of these. So I just want to offer some tips and ideas, and I want to share every place I've ever purchased a wig to help you guys know what some legitimate sites are to buy wigs. So first of all, I want to warn you guys, I think you have to spend some time educating yourself. It is really hard to identify a scam if you don't know that much about wigs. And so watching YouTube videos, going to many of the seller sites and looking at manufacturer photos, going to the manufacturer sites and watching and seeing the photos they put out. Most of the wig manufacturers use the same models to advertise their wigs. What ends up happening is some of these wig sites, they steal those manufacturer photos and put them on their own site as their own. That is one huge red flag. You will start to recognize some of these models who are in all of the manufacturer photos. If you see it on a wig site for a wig that isn't a manufacturer wig, like it's not a Noriko, it's not a John Renault, that's a red flag. These models are not moonlighting for Chinese manufacturers or these fly-by-night sites. They're not doing that. So those are stolen pictures. I would run very far away from any site that has any pictures that are not their own or from their own line. That's one red flag. Another red flag is when they're using YouTubers at photos. So Taz has had her image stolen multiple times and put on these scam sites. I think Kim from Let's Talk with Kim, some of the really high profile reviewers will have that happen to their photos. Again, if you see Taz from Taz's Wig Closet, or Kim from Let's Talk with Kim, or me, or anyone who has YouTube videos out there, if you see our picture on a seller's site, you should be able to find a video where we've posted that we're doing reviews for that seller. We're not going to go give them our photo and then not use it ourselves. I mean, it helps to put on our own channel. So for example, I do guest reviews for Wig Studio One. So you'll see my photo on some of the reviews I've done for them on their online retail site. You know, they'll have a manufacturer picture and then they'll have maybe my picture because that helps women. You will find the videos I did for them on my own site as well, where I've talked about being a guest reviewer. That's how you know they're using my photo legitimately. Some other red flags, and I have a few notes, ultra low pricing. So manufacturers do set limits for how low a retailer can sell a wig for. And so there you will see some pretty some consistency in pricing. Example, I did a search for just a Raquel Welch wig. I think I searched for Flirt Alert on just Google. I just Googled it, and then you get a list of places that are selling that wig. I found, when I just did a simple search, I found wigs.com, sisterwigs.com, Best Wig Outlet, House of Beauty, Wow Wigs. They all showed up as, you know, places you could buy the wig. Every single one of them had a price listed of $254.15. Every one of them, same price. Then I found Wig Outlet, which is a legitimate like closeout site for wigs.com. They had a price for $154.95. So it went from $254.15 to $154.95. That was their closeout price. That may be an open box. It may have been a return. It may be a wig that's being clearanced. But you see, it's not even half off. So then this company called Wigs Supply shows up, and I've been noticing Wig Supply in every wig search I do. Their site is one of the ones listed. They had that Raquel Welch Flirt Alert listed for $56.17. How in the world could they sell it for so low when nobody else is? It's worth asking the question. Red flag is if you see a wig that's more than 50% off what everybody else is selling it for, and it's brand new, it's not open box, it's not defect or, you know, a manufacturer's second, it's not clearance, I wouldn't buy. It's so tempting because the price is so good, but you're not going to get what you think you're going to get. Sometimes manufacturers may have a really special deal. They might be able to offer a little more than 50% off if it's an open box or something like that. I know the Beauty Nook does lives, and they do open box sales. I don't know what her percentage is on wigs that she sells, but that's a legitimate retailer. And so you have to start to educate yourself about this, though, because it can be tricky. But if you see something that everyone else has got for $250 and then you find a website that has it for $50, it's probably not legitimate. Another example would be wigs that are being sold that aren't named. They have no name. An example would be short blonde wig for white women. I've seen that on sites. What is that? To me, that's a red flag. It's not a legitimate wig. It's not a name, or it's not a house brand with a name. Sites that use bad grammar in their postings, to me, that's a red flag. A professional business is going to have resources or use resources to help their postings and their listings be professional. When it's filled with grammar mistakes and the description doesn't make sense, you have to reread it multiple times, that's a red flag. I would question that. Sites that, I've already said this one, sites that use manufacturer photos or pictures of YouTubers. I had a Chinese company reach out to me and ask me to do a review for them. And I've been getting this more and more as my channel has more followers. Somehow they find us. And so I've been getting emails through my heywigsister.com or heywigsister@gmail.com, kind of a business email, even though I'm not a business. They reached out to me. So whenever I get a reach out from a company, the first thing I ask is, do you have a website? Can I go to your website and see what you're selling? And so I went and I browsed their website, and some of the things looked okay. There weren't immediate red flags, but then I ran across a posting for a wig, and they were using the wigs.com model. She's like in all of their videos. She's on their wigs.com. She's the one who does little snippets of videos. There's no way she's doing this for this Chinese manufacturer. That's a stolen image. Then I found another one they were selling, and it was someone from another, I can't remember if it was Noriko or Renee Paris, one of their models that they use all the time. Again, I was out. I'm not going to work with a company like that. So you do have to educate yourself. You have to start to recognize these models because their images do get stolen. no way to contact someone. So if you're on a website, there should be a way to contact customer service, preferably by phone. I would say that's a criteria that every company should have. If you don't have any way to call them, if all they have is an online web form that you can fill out and that is it, I would be very careful. I don't think that's a legitimate business practice. What's your recourse if something goes wrong? I wouldn't buy from them no matter how good the deal is. Amazon is awesome. I'm an Amazon Prime member. My husband jokes that we have our own Amazon. Before they started using the post office and having their own delivery people, he used to joke that we had our own UPS driver because we sometimes got Amazon deliveries every day. I do subscribe and save through them. I mean, I definitely use them a lot. But one thing I've learned about Amazon is that sellers on Amazon aren't really always policed that well. Not everything comes through the Amazon warehouse. And I've had a couple of people, again, they're Chinese manufacturers. I don't want to bash Chinese manufacturers, but it seems like this is always the common denominator. Reach out to me and ask if I would review products for them. A couple have asked about wigs, and they've always been like cosplay wigs, purple and pink and red, and not normal red. And I just tell them I don't review those kinds of wigs. I'm a hair loss sufferer, and I wear wigs that I review wigs that I could wear every day. So I said no, but I've also gotten reached out about just stuff, storage bags and headbands. I did do a headband review, but the issue I'm having is that they're reaching out to a lot of people who may not be scrupulous in their ethics. Some people, this isn't a shock to anybody here, they're not honest. Not everybody's honest. And so they may be looking for free products. And so I do think you have to question reviews from people who got products for free. And I'm saying that as someone who has. I do guest reviews for Wig Studio One. I don't pay for those. I just got a wig from Uniwigs. That video will be posting soon. I didn't pay for that wig. But I tell you guys that I got them for free. And I am honest about my reviews. But I also review a lot of things that I have paid for. I'm not looking for free products. I'm looking to help my wig sisters. So I want you guys to question when somebody leaves a review, you don't know that person. And I honestly believe that there are a lot of people who put reviews out there, especially on Amazon, especially when they can hide behind an anonymous or some username, and they're not doing a video, it's just a written review. I take those with a grain of salt. I want to see a lot of different reviews, and I want to try to determine how many of those did the people actually buy the product. I'm just a little cautious about Amazon, so I'd be careful about Amazon as well. And some of this is trial and error. Some of this you just have to walk away from a good deal if you can't discern if it's legit, or you have to be willing to lose money. You know, think about your budget, and if this turns out to be a terrible purchase, can I afford to be out that $40 or $30 or whatever it is you're spending? It's sort of like I heard advice once. I think Susie Orman gave it years ago. She's a financial guru person. Somebody once gave it may have been Dave Ramsey, that's it, who said, never loan someone money. Gift them the money. If they pay you back, bonus. But if you can't afford to give that money to the person, you have no business loaning it to them because they may never pay you back. Similar here, if you can't afford to lose that money, I wouldn't spend it. I don't care how good of a deal it is. Save that money for something that's legit, that's through a legitimate seller who has a return policy, who has a customer service number, who other people have reviewed from or have purchased from. I mean, I just think we have to be really careful. Some of the places I've bought wigs, or all of them, actually went through. Okay, guys, I track all the wigs I purchase in a spreadsheet and where I bought it from and how much I paid for it. It's the way I keep myself honest about the amount of money I'm spending. And I looked through my list and I wrote down every place I've purchased a wig from. I have bought from wigstudio1.com, The Beauty Nook. Leanne has a Facebook page and she sells through lives and she sells through the Facebook page. You contact her directly to purchase. She's got her own line of wigs she's coming out with, and she's gonna have a website for those. But The Beauty Nook on Facebook, legitimate site. Sisterwigs.com. And Sister Wigs has an out, and that's spelled CYSTERWIGS. And they have an outlet site called wigcloseouts.com. Both of those I've purchased from many times. Legitimate sites. Wigs by Patty's Pearls. Legitimate. Wigs.com, one of the if it's not the largest online wig retailer, they're like the second or something. I mean, I think they're the largest. They also have a closeout site called wigoutlet.com, completely legitimate. Brand name Wigs. They're actually located here in my home state of Minnesota. So that's a legitimate site. Continental Wigs out of the UK. I've purchased from them before because you can only get like Belle Madame products from them, and sometimes they can have really good deals and free shipping. That makes buying a wig from them sometimes cheaper than buying from a US store. VogueWigs.com, Uniwigs.com. The very best little hair house. Deb Heim she has her own salon in Pennsylvania, but she's also on Facebook, and you can purchase from her through Facebook. Very legitimate. WigGalaxy.com. eBay is a place I've purchased many wigs. Again, you have to be careful. You have to ask questions. You have to read feedback from the people selling. I've had great success on eBay, but it's risky. Facebook, there's resale groups on there. There's a Facebook group called Flip Your Wigs. Great place to buy wigs. I sometimes sell wigs that I don't wear there, and I've purchased from Wig Sisters. You can get awesome deals there. Again, it's risky because you're buying from, it's like the secondary market. You're buying from a person. They're not a business, so just be careful. Use PayPal goods and services so you've got some buyer protection. There's lots and lots of other sites out there that sell wigs. Those are the ones that I've purchased from. WowWigs.com, I think, is one. I mean, I think there's a lot more than just these, for sure. But it's asking questions. If you belong to Facebook groups, ask people on Facebook. If you see a wig at a site and you're not sure if they're legitimate, post a question. Hey, has anybody bought from this place before? If you're on Instagram, you can do that there as well. I just really want you guys to be careful. It can be so tempting to fall scam because you just want a good deal, especially if you don't have a lot of disposable income. You really can't afford it, but you need the wig. Just be careful. Guys, I know how hard this is. I definitely do. And it's really unfortunate that we're easy targets, but we are. I mean, a lot of us are extremely vulnerable. We may be losing hair due to a serious illness, or hair loss has just devastated us. Maybe there's no discernible reason for it. Maybe you're losing hair because you've gone through some terrible trauma in your life, and that's a symptom of that trauma. It makes you extremely vulnerable. It also clouds our decision making. It makes us do things that maybe we wouldn't do. And so please be careful. I'm always happy to help. If you message me, I have, I just said my email, heywigsister@gmail.com, but you can also send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. If you see a wig online and you want to know if it looks legitimate or if I've heard of the site, let me know. I'm not an expert. I've been doing this for a little over a year, so I'm not, years and years into this. I'll do my best to tell you what I know, and if I don't know, I'll just say I haven't heard of it, and then you have a decision to make. But I just don't want you guys to suffer like so many of our wig sisters have suffered because of this problem. If you guys have questions about any of this, please let me know. Just be careful and know there are people targeting you as someone who they think they can take advantage of. So you have to stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself and be smart. Nobody can do that for you, but we can help each other and we can support each other through this journey. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. For many of you, this is not something new, but for a lot of new wig wearers, this is new information. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you soon. And I really appreciate everybody who comments and shares their experience and watches my videos. You have no idea how much it means to me to be a part of this community. And I just love, love, love how our wig sisters support each other. So continue to do so, continue to love each other because we all need it. Talk to you guys soon.